The Philippines is a very homogeneous nation. Kasi napakalaki ang inyong puso, kaya napakalaki ang aking pagmamahal para sa inyong lahat. And when I told other people locally that we were going to go to Tondo, their first reaction was like, bakit ba? Like, why would you go there? The Philippines is different. It's a special place with a very special people.
Hello guys, I have been waiting for this moment, which is having my brother Tagalog Kurt in the Philippines. He's finally here. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great, man. It is fantastic to be here. I can't believe I'm here with the one and only Calvin. I've been watching your stuff for a long. Your screen interviews are epic. I'm starstruck right now.
Thank you, so. Thank you, man. Thank you. For me, it's just like a privilege to have you on the channel as well. Can you please describe yourself?
Yeah. So my name's Kurt. My handle online across all social media is Tagalog Kurt. I used to live in the Philippines about 20 years ago as a Christian missionary. And then over the past 15, 16 years, my Tagalog kind of just disappeared out of non-use from living in the States. We have a small Filipino community where I'm from, so I didn't have a lot of time to practice. So in 2018, I started some social media accounts called Tagalog Kurt with the intent of helping me get my language skills back. And I'm a goofy kid by heart. I'm a middle child, so out of 8, so kulang ako sa pansin, KSP, and need a lot of attention. So I started making some goofy videos about Tagalog language, Filipino culture, all from just my viewpoint as a foreigner, as someone from the outside. And it was about time to just get here to the Philippines and reconnect with a country that I love and a people that I love and a language that I love. And so been here for about 3 weeks, practicing Tagalog, meeting great people like Calvin, and just loving every second.
Wow. You mentioned you were here before 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then how does the Philippines look after 20 years?
So I lived up in northern Luzon around areas like Abra, Pangasinan, La Union, places like that. So very provincial. And back then, 20 years ago, super provincial. So I haven't been back up yet. I'm planning another trip to come up to the provinces. But coming here to Manila, as this is my first time really in the city, I'm blown away by the development, by the size, by the vibe. It's got very LA, New York City vibes. And I want to get back up to the provinces to see the areas I used to live in. But I get on Google Maps and I go to the street view, and they look completely different. Brand new cities. So I'm very excited to get back and kind of see all the changes that have happened in 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you kind of lost, a bit of Tagalog in the past 20 years, and then you decided to get back in 2018. What made you decide to embrace the culture once again?
It's just, the culture, there's something different about the Philippines. And I think any foreigner who comes here, they can tell you the same thing. And it's kind of hard to quantify and to put into words. But when people like myself, a dayuhan from a different country, comes to the Philippines, there's just like this sense of acceptance and family, and the culture just grabs you. And so in 2018, I hadn't been back for, over 15 years, and I missed it. I really missed it, and I wanted to come back and reconnect. And being on social media was one way to do that, connect with Filipinos online over the world, but nothing replaces actually being here, being on the ground, in the homeland, and it's something else.
Now that you're here, what was your first impression of the Philippines after 20 years?
Nabigla ako. I was taken back by just the activity, the buzz, the size of the city. We're here in BGC, and I'm blown away by the development, by the activity, by the nightlife, by the people. So coming back in 2018 and now in 2024, it just blows me away how fast the country is rapidly growing, how wonderful life is here, how happy the people are. And it's something that it gets addicting, You want to come back again and again, and you ultimately just want to stay forever.
Forever. And I hope you... It's what I know. As I know. As I told you, I hope you come back and then you decide to move. To move in the country. But let me just ask you this, because you have been here for 3 weeks, and there's a beautiful story about Lola that I think I don't know. If you guys were able to see, but it's just like the courage as you as a foreigner, you coming here helping. It was a birthday like yesterday, and you did. With everybody that follows you, the donation and stuff. And let me ask you, now that you're going home, how do you feel? Do you think it was a mission accomplished?
Oh, big time. Yeah. So if you don't know Lola, I was just out in the barangay trying to practice my Tagalog. I would go out every day and try to just talk to people. And I was walking along a little alleyway, and there was this nice old lady, 79 years old, selling peanuts right in front of her home. And it was off the beaten path, so I mean, I was probably one of very few people to pass by. And she was selling peanuts for 10 pesos, or like 22 cents American. And I bought some, and I reviewed it, and I posted a video about it, and people were asking, everyone was asking questions, not about the peanuts or anything like that. They were asking about Lola, because it was also her birthday. And I thought it would be cool to put together a little bit of money for Lola to help him out. And I thought $200-300 would be just a fantastic gift, and it blew up, and we raised nearly $4 grand for her in just under 2 days. And we gave it to her last night, and she was so appreciative. It was, everybody cried. I cried, they cried, the family cried, we laughed, we had a great time. And I completely lost track of the original question now, because now I'm just thinking about Lola. So
yeah.
I'm getting stuck into Lola.
But do you feel like it was coming here? Yeah.
100%. I didn't really have an agenda when I came here. I wanted to get here. I know I wanted to make some content for people to kind of see from outside, for people who are outside of the Philippines, like what life kind of looks like here, because that's really what I enjoy seeing and what I enjoy living. And mission accomplished times 10. It's more than I could have helped for. My Tagalog has improved. We were able to help some people out and, you know, provide some means. And I've had just a wonderful experience making amazing connections and just taking the entire country in.
And guys, if you haven't watched that video yet, I would appreciate it. I mean, all the info is gonna be on the description below. Please go, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be inspired or motivated to do well. I mean, as well. And let me ask you this: 3 days ago, we went to Tondo. What was your impression about the area?
So I asked my followers, I said, where can I go to get some authentic, good Filipino street food? The stuff that you don't experience in like the more developed areas like BGC. Everybody said Tondo. And when I told other people locally that we were going to go to Tondo, their first reaction was like, bakit ba? Like, why would you go there? So I didn't know what to expect, but we went there. It was the warmest reception I think I ever could have thought about, I ever could have hoped for. The people were so excited to talk to us. They were so excited. Everyone wanted us to try their food. The food was phenomenal. And I would love to go back to Tondo again and try it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. When you get back, we need to make more time traveling around, going to the other provinces as well. There's some places that
I'm ready.
I hope I can take you the next time. You were home a month ago doing your content, but now you came here, now you kind of feel closer to the people that kind of support you, right? So how do you feel as a foreigner, you coming here knowing that, okay, these people, even though they're not from a country, they still embrace me as their own?
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, the Philippines is a very homogenous nation. You know, it's almost all Filipino, and then there's a few foreigners thrown into the mix. And I've heard about foreigners who travel, their experiences in other countries, you know, other people who are kind and warm. Everybody has the same thing to say about the Philippines, where it's just different here. You get treated so kind. If you're respectful, they treat you with the most respect you could ever hope for. They love having you here. They want to share their culture with you. They want to share their food and everything that they have. You know, it's just, it hits different in the Philippines for me. And so I'm excited to come back.
We cannot go without us talking about Tagalog Kurt. Why Tagalog Kurt?
It's kasi nagtatagalog ako at yung pangalan ko is Kurt. So I speak Tagalog and my name's Kurt. And so when I started the accounts back in 2018, the whole purpose was I want to relearn my Tagalog. I had put so many hours and effort and tears into learning a foreign language that for English speakers, it's pretty tough to pick up. It's a really hard language. And so I was fluent at one point. Out of non-use, it kind of went away. So when I made my Instagram and Facebook accounts, I thought, well, what can I say? What can I call this to where it makes sense? And I thought, well, Tagalog Kurt, that makes the most sense. So, but as I expand and hope to, you know, become fluent, more fluent in Tagalog, I'd love to expand into Ilocano, into Bisaya. So maybe I've got to think about changing it from Tagalog Kurt to something Philippine Austronesian languages Kurt. So I don't know.
Wow, that's beautiful. And the thing for other foreigners that are here in the Philippines as well is what I told you, bro. Like, I love your Tagalog. It's just another foreigner as well that kind of inspire us as a foreigner, because we can embrace the culture in many ways. Some embrace by eating the food, by learning the language like you. But I mean, brother, let me ask you this. Since you're here, do you see yourself living in the Philippines?
Bakit hindi? Absolutely, 100%. It's like I said, the Philippines is different. It's a special place with a very special people. And, you know, every nation on earth has their own food, their own beautiful locales. The only place on earth with Filipinos is the Philippines. And I think they're what makes this place really special. So 100%, I'm looking forward to coming back, extended stays, and maybe one day being able to move full time.
How is the cost of traveling in the Philippines as a foreigner?
Very, very affordable. I stayed in some very affordable Airbnbs in Mandaluyong and here in BGC. I've met other travelers who are staying in really nice upscale hostels for a fraction of the cost. So if you're thinking about coming to the Philippines, you want to give it a try, it's so affordable. I think, should I say the prices or should?
No, you can.
I think for 3 weeks, I think I've spent less than, minus the airfare, less than $1,200. And that's living really, really well.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to come on a more budget-friendly version, you definitely can, and it's clean, it's safe, and you can have the time of your life on a budget. Yeah.
For me, I'm still surprised how your Tagalog is so sharp. And what advice would you give to other foreigners that they're interested to learn the language, but they kind of feel like it's a bit hard?
That's a really good question. So for me, the best way, if you watch my early videos on Instagram from 2018, like my early uploads, my Tagalog, I mean, pangit talaga. It was bad. Yeah. And I think the biggest difference was I got on social media. I started following some Filipino content creators. I watch Foreign Germs religiously, Zeke Abella. These are all local content creators. So if you're interested in learning, there's great content creators here in the Philippines who focus on just Tagalog content. It's very funny. There's online personalities like Tagalog Time with Pat. She does amazing beginner lessons for people who want to get kind of like a first-time look into Tagalog. But I'd say just get online and start following people on social media and just start consuming that content, and you'll slowly start to pick it up.
I think that advice is also for me, because I know some of the people that were like, Calvin, you should be doing this interview in Tagalog. I know they're gonna say that. But brother, just before we go, right? What message do you have to the Filipinos watching us and to the people that they love you, that they support you? Because I have seen, we went to the water parties. And no, by the way, like before we go, how was the parties?
Diwata Pares, if you haven't tried Diwata Pares, you've got to give it a try. Yeah. The food's great. Diwata, he steals the show. Yeah. It's so funny, big personality, and they deserve all the success in the world. So if you haven't tried Diwata Pares, you got to go try it out. But for the people here, I guess my message would be thank you for having a beautiful country, having a culture and a people who are just so welcoming and warm to people like me who are not from here, and coming here might seem a little scary and foreign, but they make it all worthwhile. I've never met a single person here, even if you say like a terrible "kamusta ka," you know, how are you in Tagalog, their heart's open, they accept you, they'll invite you to come, shots puno, you'll take a drink. So thank you for accepting us and giving us our own small little place here in your beautiful country.
Okay, brother. Once again, thank you so much for coming to the Philippines. I'm pretty sure you had a great time. Yep. And we're expecting to see you again. Maybe, I don't know how it's going to take, but hopefully it's going to be soon. Maybe pretty soon, we never know. So, brother, thank you so much. Thank you for motivating us, other foreigners as well, on embracing the culture here in the Philippines. And have a safe flight. And guys, by the way, all the info of Tagalog Kurt is going to be on the description below. I'm pretty sure you guys know him already.
Follow Calvin,
thank you so much. Follow me. It's just a privilege to have him here on the channel. So guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video with the whole barangay. No, can you drop a message in Tagalog?
Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga taong Pilipino, kasi napakalaki ang inyong puso, kaya napakalaki ang aking pagmamahal para sa inyong lahat. Kita-kits, sige, let's, GG, tara na.
Tara na, we going.